There are a number of countries whose heads of state are also leaders of religious communities. For example, Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom is the head of the Anglican Communion, and Queen Margaret II of Denmark is the head of her country's Evangelical Lutheran Church. Within the Catholic world, the Vatican is perhaps the most famous example of this phenomenon, but it's not the only one. Aside from the Pope, there is another head of state who holds an ecclesiastical title, in this small country along the border between Spain and France. It's the Principality of Andorra. Here, the President of France shares the role as head of state with the Bishop of Urgell, a Spanish diocese.
The
Bishop of Urgell is co-prince of Andorra. It's been that way since the beginning, and the title has remained. This allowed our country to gain its independence. Surely, if one of the lords of Andorra at the time had been a feudal lord, it's likely that our country would not exist today.
The origin of the co-princes dates back to the 11th century, when the territory of Andorra was split between two vassals of the Count of Urgell, the Bishop of Urgell and the Lord of Caboet. The latter's dominion eventually passed to France. The role of the current co-princes, President Emmanuel Macron and Bishop Joan Enrique Vives, is largely symbolic. Their main task is to sanction laws, which requires no more than their signatures. The political structure of Andorra is telling when it comes to its relationship with the Catholic Church. Andorra is divided into 7 administrative sections. Each section is named after the parish to which it's linked. The leaders or councillors of these administrative parishes are lay people. About 90.2% of Andorrans are Christian. Although this number has been falling since the year 2000, it's much higher than in other countries. But this doesn't mean Andorra is a religious state.
It's a secular country in theory, but our culture is clearly Christian. For instance, we have different education systems, Spanish, French, and there's even a religious education system. They're all free. People can choose whatever education track they want.
With an average altitude of 6,450 feet and an average low temperature of 28 degrees Fahrenheit, working in the agricultural sector can be challenging in this small country. That's why the Principality of Andorra, throughout its history, has relied on diplomacy to safeguard its independence and prosperity.
A small country always needs someone important in order to be listened to, less so now that we have a presence on the international stage. But in the past, it's true that having an entity like the Church or part of the French government helped Andorra get out of very complex situations.
Andorra has taken advantage of its frequent snowfall, perfect for skiing, and low taxes to transform itself into an ideal tourist destination. But despite these changes, Andorrans proudly maintain their close ties with the Catholic Church, where their origins lie.